A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Glory to you, Lord. Jesus said to his disciples, "As the Father loves me, and I also love you, remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have broken this so that my joy might be in you, and your joy might be complete. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you." Chúa Giêsu phép cùng các con dạy rằng, như Cha đã yêu mến Thầy, Thầy cũng yêu mến các con. Hãy ở lại trong tình yêu của Thầy. Nếu các con tuân giữ các lệnh truyền của Thầy, các con sẽ ở lại trong tình yêu của Thầy. Cũng như Thầy đã tuân giữ các lệnh truyền của Cha Thầy, nên Thầy ở lại trong tình yêu của Ngài. Thầy đã nói với các con những điều đó để niềm vui của Thầy ở trong các con và niềm vui của các con được trọn vẹn. Đây là lệnh truyền của Thầy. Các con hãy yêu thương nhau như Thầy đã yêu thương các con. Đó là lời Chúa. Please be seated for a few words. Kính thưa ông bà anh chị em, hôm nay chúng ta mừng lễ cưới của Carl và Hiền. Trong các bài thánh kinh hôm nay cho chúng ta biết cuộc hôn nhân sẽ trung thành nếu mà có tình thương của Thiên Chúa. Trong bài đọc 1, chúng ta nghe trước khi cưới, Tobias và người vợ quỳ xuống cầu xin Thiên Chúa và tin tưởng với nhau. Để cho chúng ta biết nếu mà có Thiên Chúa giữa chúng ta thì sự hôn nhân sẽ trung thành. Trong bài đọc 2, chúng ta nghe Thánh Phaolô nói tình yêu là gì? Tình yêu không ghen ghét, tình yêu không hận, không giận hờn, và tình yêu phải kiên nhẫn với nhau, yêu thương nhau. Và trong Kinh Thánh, Chúa Giêsu nói ai tin Thầy thì sẽ ở trong Thầy, và ở trong Thiên Chúa thì giống như sao? Ở trong Thiên Chúa là phải yêu thương nhau. Nếu mà chúng ta yêu thương nhau, nhìn nhau trong các điều khó, thì Thiên Chúa sẽ đem trả lời cho chúng ta. Vì chúng ta sẽ cầu xin các anh Carl của chị Hiền hôm nay để cho hai người yêu thương nhau suốt đời để được Thiên Chúa đem trả lời. Và cho con nói lời tiếng Anh. Brothers and sisters, the gospel tells us a lot about how to have a successful marriage. The first meeting we hear from Christ and his wife. What's the first thing they did during their marriage? They sat down and they prayed. They prayed to God. They blessed God. They asked God for His blessing. So before we begin the rite of matrimony, I'm going to ask the choir to sing the glory hymn. And that's how they should begin all their lives. Every day when we wake up, praise God. Because if we praise God, we have to follow God's commandment. In the second meeting, we heard St. Paul say what love is. And I'll translate a little bit of it. So love is kind. Love is not jealous. Love is not conflict. Love is compassionate. Love is merciful. So we have to cultivate that in ourselves, especially in the sacrament of marriage. And Jesus in the Gospel said, if you remain in my love, you will remain in us. So if you have Jesus living in you, you have love between you. So I would like to tell a story to say what that love is. But we have to find ways to communicate that love. So in the future, when the honeymoon's over, you don't have to learn to live together. But how do you live together? You communicate. So the story is called Spinach. And I think it's Spinach. Carl, you know Spinach? Okay, the story kind of like to do that. But in the story, the husband eats spinach. He eats spinach for breakfast, and he eats spinach for lunch, and he eats spinach for dinner. And his wife came one day with another plate of spinach, and he couldn't take it anymore. And he said, I hate spinach. I hate it, and why do you keep on serving it to me? You give it to me for breakfast, you give it to me for lunch, and you give it to me for dinner. I hate spinach. And the wife said, oh, Because why did he spend his time eating breakfast with you? He spent his time eating lunch, and he spent his time eating dinner. But why did he tell me he didn't like my spinach? And the husband said, because I love you. I don't want to make you sad. That's why I eat spinach in quiet. I don't say anything when you make it. And you see how that can be affected. So communication is very important. The husband eats spinach. And the wife told him, I wish you told me that earlier. Because I don't like spinach. You know how hard it is for me to find spinach for you every single day this year? Sometimes it's not in season, so I travel far away to get the spinach for you. It's because I love you. So in that story, the husband and the wife love each other dearly, but they don't know how to communicate that to each other. So in the future, let God's word be upon your heart. Learn to communicate, and most of the time you can communicate by human love. If you love each other, you will do things for each other. So there's another story on how if you don't communicate, it can break down a relationship. So one day, the wife came home and her husband confronted her. Where did you go today? And what did you do all day long? And the wife said, well, I do that every day. Why are you asking me this question today? And he said, I saw you charged on my credit card. And it said you bought a bathing suit. And you booked a hotel. Who are you going out with? And the husband was really, really angry. And the wife said, do we have to do this again? Why don't you trust me? And the husband said, who's that person? And immediately he said, do you want to divorce? And the wife said, honey, I love you very much. Next week is our wedding anniversary. I'm booking a hotel for both of us. You see how communication really helps in that case too. So, very important when you find that you're in, when you have problems. Because when you live together, you will be problems. You have to love each other as Christ loves us. So, Carl, you treat him like Jesus Christ. And him, you treat Carl like he's Christ. And if he's God, if he's Christ, then you will love him with all your heart. And the same thing with him. Carl, when you treat her, even when you're angry, don't say words that hurt, because words hurt someone time. But if you are angry, find something else to do. Remember that love wins all things. And we all in the community pray to God for the success of your marriage.